Today we're gonna rehab my grill because it's struggling pretty bad. Really dirty. Kind of falling apart a little bit. Getting a little bit rickety. I've got some replacement parts for the inside coming today, so hopefully those arrive soon. But we're gonna go ahead and take it apart and just try to get it cleaned out and see what happens before the parts get here. Anyway, let's go do it. So I need to move these grill things, and I brought these bungee cords out because I don't really want to grab them with my hands because they're pretty greasy, and I also don't want to put them on the ground because they're pretty greasy. So I'm actually going to use these and hang them on my daughter's swing set. Yeah, so you can kind of see the inside here. These little blocker, flame blocker things are falling apart and really chipping away, and then some of the crossover piece for the gas lines and stuff like that are crumbling apart. So just really need to get all that crap out, scrape this whole thing down, and clean it out. Yeah, you can see the metal's just flaking apart. I've had this grill for almost 12 years. I replaced the wheels on it almost immediately because these Kenmore grills, the wheels on them had plastic hubs, and they just fall apart the first bump you ever hit. So I replaced the wheels a long time ago, and I thought about just getting a new grill, but actually you can get the replacement parts relatively cheap on Amazon, so I figure might as well give that a shot before committing to a new grill. And we're about to move to a new house, so I don't exactly have a whole lot of money sitting around. But yeah, take that off. Yeah. See, a little bit of grease. And then I'm gonna pull this tray out because I'm gonna need to scrape that out. See, that thing's so heavy. It's got so much stuff in it. I rarely clean my grill, so this is the result. This kind of shows you how not rigid this frame is. Probably years of pulling it in and out of my shed. So we'll see if I can't rig something up to fix that a little bit, give it some rigidity. That one has been grilled to death, I think. Alright, well, we'll see what we can get on the other ones. And so I finally got that last burner piece off. Just had to keep working with the screw, and eventually it came loose, but now I need to loosen the igniter attachment here on this burner piece. I need to take that off because that stays, because that still works pretty well. So for scraping stuff off, I actually have these scrap pieces of wood that I just cut like a bevel on. That way, it won't mar up the surface or scratch up the surface too bad, but it'll still get a pretty good grip on scraping stuff down. So my idea anyway. We'll see if it works. Yeah, it does all right. All right. Yeah, that works like a charm, actually. This is going to take forever. Look at that sludge, man. Jeez. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, should have put the tarp down. This is always a fun part. The sludge out of here. Alright, now this is going to be a blast. yeah, look at that. Oh, that's like an entire hamburger. This thing's like 10 pounds lighter. Sweet. So I don't know how well you can see, but this screw right here that goes between these two panels, which this is like the panel that you lift to move the grill, it's kind of loose, but it's also bending the metal there, so I think I might actually try to replace that with a nut and bolt so I can put a washer on it, really crank it down, and hopefully draw these two pieces back together. So let's do that. So I tried putting the screw back in with some washers and they just bent up because they were cheap washers. So I ended up drilling a whole separate hole right here, and I just drilled another one right here. So I'm gonna put another nut and bolt combo with some washers in here, and that should firm this up really nice. Alright, so you can see it closed that up pretty good, and this whole thing now is a lot more rigid when lifting it up by this part, so that's good. Now we just need to work on the whole frame wobble here, but I've got thoughts on that, so let's go into the garage and find some parts. So I've got these pieces of metal from metal tubes that actually came from a futon frame that someone was throwing out that I cut in the trash. That I didn't cut it in the trash. That I pulled out of the trash. I cut it apart because I thought it'd be useful. I think if I smash down the ends here, camera doesn't want to focus on the ends here. There we go. If I smash down the ends, that maybe I can attach that kind of at an angle, and it'll keep that frame from racking a little bit. So I think if I do two of these and do it on either end, I think that might help quite a bit. So let's go smash the ends on this. Alright, let's see. What does that look like? Not bad. I'm going to flatten a little more, but I want to go ahead and make it a little bit wider so that we have plenty of area on it. Alright, not bad. So it's much better than it was, so if I try to move it, it actually, you can see the feet actually lift up instead of it really racking quite as much, but it still wobbles a little bit here. I think if I attach one from here down to that bottom piece, just one more, I think that'll really shore it up. So I'm gonna go do that. I'll do that off camera, but then I'll show you how it works. Alright, so I did that one. Worked out well, went to the inside of that piece and to the outside of that, and it did the trick completely. This thing is so rigid now, doesn't wobble around. I don't feel like it's gonna just completely rack and collapse when I pull it in and out of the shed, so that's awesome. The only problem now is I need the mail to come so I can actually have my parts for the inside. Other than that, good to go. Alright, so I just finished cleaning up the grill and the mail came. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. We have a box that's not open yet. We have a welcome flag. It's a Mother's Day present for my mom. Already getting shipping, might as well throw that in there. And we've got some steel whiskey balls, because my realtor is awesome. So I bought him a present for helping us with all our house stuff. And now we've got grill parts. All the replacement parts we need. And we just need to figure out how to put them in. Alright, the only thing left is to test it out. It works. Bring this down a little bit, let's let it warm up. And we'll scrape the grill off and put something on it. Worth it. Focus. Focus. Focus, my child. Focus. You can do it. You can do it. Focus. Focus. Maybe if I bring a thumb in here, maybe it'll focus on my thumb. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Ooh, ooh, almost. It's a dirty thumb right there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a real dirty thumb. Nice.